I am heading to Monterey Car Week literally right now. I'm gonna pack my bags, gonna pack this camera and head out there. I'm really excited to see all kinds of amazing electric cars. For the first time, some of them. This is one of them, Rimac Concept 2. It is it's California edition. Look at that. And I'm definitely excited about Byton and other launches and other premieres, at least here in California. I'm gonna tell you about that. Obviously, I'm gonna try to stream live and bring some cool footage, but there's also some news about Tesla that I wanted to talk about it. So let's get going, and all of this is coming up next. Thank you to those of you who are watching me live right now on Patreon. Tony, welcome, welcome, welcome. Of course, haven't seen you here in a while in the chat room. And if you're watching me for the first time ever and you are interested in being basically up to date on everything that's going on in the world of electric cars, like what's happening this week in Monterey, you came to the right place. Go ahead and click on the subscribe button down there so you don't miss anything moving forward. All right, let's talk about these amazing cars. Now, a Rimac, as you can see, is just going to be front and center. Probably, I would say, the most exciting, at least flashy thing that's going on in the electric car community there. If you remember last time when I was there was I did a report on Lucid Motors, and that was it. That was the only car to talk about as far as electric cars are concerned. Now, unfortunately, they're not going to be there this time around, but you know, Rimac, I'm excited and seeing them. I got my press pass, so I'll be going to all kinds of interesting areas. I'll be there for at least 3 days. Of course, I'm going to be visiting Byton, the brand that I really like. We've been working closely with them. Once again, they're going to be hosting me at their booth. I'm hoping to get a test drive. Not with this one, but with the other one, with the SUV. So I'm excited about that. I'm gonna get to see Polestar 1, which is a plug-in hybrid, but with the longest range of all plug-in hybrids out there. So it's actually my first appointment. And of course, Pininfarina, as you can see, they've been only releasing sketches. And here's another one of the inside, which is pretty exciting. But today, they've released this video where they're just kind of teasing this car, you know, under covers. But I will get to see this car in person with a few of potential or people who already basically put their reservation down. I don't know exactly how they chose, but these are definitely customers. I don't know if they're gonna let me or us, anybody in the media, to take pictures. I've interviewed their CEO. It's on my channel if you want to search my library. And if I can, I'll bring that to you. If not, I will just gonna have to give you my impressions for now. This is the video they released today from Pebble Beach. If you pause this video at some point, you will see that they kind of sort of had this car on the screen there, as you can see. Right, but it's kind of blurry. This is probably the best image that we have of the car, besides those sketches. So this is going to be exciting. I'm still hoping to stop by maybe Mercedes and Infiniti to see. They're supposed to make some splash as far as electric cars are concerned, and just so many other things. There should be celebrities there. Jay Leno should be there. I'm really excited. I'm gonna try to go live for you guys. If there will be some, if the connection is going to be good, it's going to be a zoo there, right? And anything else that exciting, besides that, I will bring the footage back, of course, and I will do a few different videos and segments on that for you. And of course, if you're a Patreon, and this is how you can become a Patreon and support the show, I will be posting a bunch of pictures just exclusively for you guys. So thank you for supporting the show. Before I move on and talk about some interesting Tesla news, let me remind everybody that this show and this channel is sponsored by Evanex, the aftermarket accessories for Tesla. There is a discount code in the description of this video, so go ahead and grab it so you can save yourselves a few bucks. All right, silently, without any warning, all of a sudden somebody noticed this. I don't check this as often as some people, but looks like the estimation is Tesla crossed 6,000 Model 3s made in 1 week, which is a big deal. I'm surprised Elon's not tweeting about it because it is a big deal. That was their goal. I think by the end of this month, if they reached it, that's amazing. It's only 23rd, a week early, so great, awesome. Elon did tweet last night some philosophical stuff, I guess. But here's a funny tweet that the Model 3 owners club replied with. He said, Elon, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:30 in the morning, which it was. Please try and get some sleep. I said, oh my God, so nice of them. Even though, their biggest fans are telling him to know he should get some sleep. But I thought that too soon. It says, oh, and can we get a geolocated folding mirrors on the Model 3, please? You should just say the guy needs to get some sleep so he doesn't crap out on us at some point. And all of a sudden you give him some homework, to which Elon replied, okay. I don't know if it was I'm hoping that it's to getting some sleep rather than working more on the Model 3, as cool as that option could be. But I just found that a little funny. And by funny, I mean kind of sad, because, we should all root for Elon to really just get some sleep at this point. I'm sure something that's going to keep him awake is this. Reportedly, this Tesla, Model S, obviously caught on fire, but not just by any reason at all. It actually looks like witnesses said that it hit something that fell off of a semi-truck, and it literally actually went airborne. It looks that way, and then, but the driver was able to pull over, get his stuff out of the car, and only then it, as you can see, caught on fire. And Tesla already, replied to this. They said that they're aware, they're investigating this, but it looks like, listen, if you're gonna, things are gonna happen, and it looks like this one should not hopefully make too much negative news, because, well, besides the fact we already know how many gas cars been catching on fire. I've been trying to report to that. As you know, BMW, a part of their fleet is completely banned in Korea by their government because they've been catching on fire so much, with a massive recall there. Tesla was also quick to point out it's 10 times as unlikely for Tesla to catch on fire than any gas car. So a good point. Again, hopefully this will not catch into some BS spin world, which it might, but nevertheless, I'm actually looking at this more of a positive news, because hey, the driver was able to pull over, gets his stuff, and be safe. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say this is more of a positive story. All right, so I'll be heading to the Monterey Car Week. Meanwhile, I'll be posting a couple of videos. I'm gonna be reviewing a dash cam. As you guys know, I've had black view dash cams in my cars forever. I really started to hate them. So I switched now to ThinkWare, and now I'm doing a review why and how much I actually love that camera. So I'm gonna post that. Interview with Roger Atkins also. As you know, he's the guy who kind of, was one of the first ones to suggest that maybe Elon should take it easy and step away from maybe some of his main responsibilities. And I had him on. It was pre-recorded. I'll post that as well in the next few days as I'm on Monterey. So enjoy that. Let me say quick thank you to some of my Patreons. Brian Millen just actually doubled his pledge. He was already Patreon at the max, really. He can watch me live, and there will be an extra mile, much shorter today after this. And he just doubled that, so I really appreciate it. And this is the support that I really need for this channel. Phil Round also did the same things. He upgraded from the second tier to the top tier, from 3 to 5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And now let's move on to, might say, my favorite part of the show, which is comment of the day. But today I'm going to be a little lazy. Yeah, I'm going to be a little bit lazy with that one, because the comment of the day it was answered by another comment of the day. As a matter of fact, it was kind of so bulky, I'm going to put it here, right? So Steven said, given that Elon said, I'm considering going private. By the way, this is about Elon's tweet, obviously, the famous tweet. He said, given that Elon said, I'm considering going private, and he didn't say, I'm going to take Tesla private, I think that it minimizes the certainty that he was going to do it, and thus minimizing the impact of his statement, funding secure. He's saying even though the funding was available, he was not saying he would absolutely do it. We need Elon to help save the human race from itself. He deserves the typical slap on the wrist that the CEOs get given the mixed. Oh, and actually, I think I cut it off. Sorry. But I understand what you're saying, because he was just saying considering. Therefore, the second statement may not be as strong. So, and I'm sure that will be considered. And by the way, Martha Stewart did go to prison, so they're not giving slap on the wrist to everybody. And yes, we need Elon badly. I mean, obviously, if this is going to end in some sort of harsh punishment, it's going to damage his reputation, Tesla's reputation, electric car reputation. So obviously we all want what's best for him and really the movement. But hey, listen, let's see what the investigation shows. Let's see how they take this whole funding secured. My problem is I don't think he even learned the lesson. And you know, this is why I like the reply. Brian Whitmore said, "Can you save the human race, Elon?" "Yes, I can." "Will you stop tweeting to do it?" "Nope." And I guess this is what's been frustrating me, is that I understand he might have made a mistake or two or three, but at some point he has to learn. People around him kind of are even on his side. You know, we are all not big oil or, you know, fake media news or whatever he calls it. There are quite a few people around him, including his board members, including, you know, quite a few people like Adriana Huffington. I thought it was a nice letter that she wrote to him, the open letter. You know, people are just saying, "Listen, Elon, you really need to take it easy." And he's saying, "No, I'm not going to take it." You know, so that might be a problem. So, but going back to the funding secure, listen, he shouldn't have said that. That's bottom line. He shouldn't have said it. It looks like the funding was not secured. I know it maybe looked good. Maybe he was under pressure, but that's not what in the world of the, you know, once Tesla is private, he can do this kind of stuff. But he has to play by their rules, by the Wall Street rules. And I just don't think Wall Street is going to be that satisfied saying that, you know, funding secured without any type of at least a proven verbal agreement. Of course, they would probably rather have a signature. I think that may not fly. Yes, I hope they just put a slap on the wrist as long as he takes it to heart. But we don't know. We don't know. And again, you're making a good point. I hope it's going to be considered. But Elon also needs to kind of learn his lesson as well. So obviously, I'm going to keep my eye on it. We'll see what happens with that. I'm going to stay on for a few more minutes before I get packing and do the extra mile segment for you guys. For the Patreons, if you want to join, please, and support the show, patreon.com/E4Electric. There's a link also in the description of this video. This way you guys are going to be supporting the show, and which I really appreciate. All right, I will see you from Monterey Car Week. Enjoy the videos I'll be putting out, whether live or pre-recorded and everything. This is going to be some fun, guys. We're going to have some fun. Other than that, see you next time, and remember to stay charged.